Okay, so like every day you hear about some crazy new thing happening with AI.
It's really unbelievable how fast it's all moving.
And I think we sort of forget like all those big changes are being driven by some pretty like fundamental forces underneath, you know?
Yeah, like the actual economics of AI are shifting, and that's going to have a big impact on everyone.
Absolutely. So today we're diving deep into like a major development that's kind of shaking things up. It's a we're calling it an AI price war.
Yeah, that's the term they use in this AI Daily Brief article called The AI Price Wars and What They Mean for You.
And that's what we're going to be digging into today. So like what is this price war all about? Why is it happening?
Mm.
And most importantly, like what does it mean for you? Like whether you're, a hardcore tech person or just trying to figure out like what the future holds.
Yeah, and it's not just like a little sale. We're talking about like some really massive price cuts here.
It's crazy how much cheaper AI is getting.
Yeah.
It's almost like that whole Moore's law thing with computer chips, but even faster.
Yeah, it's really something. So to kick things off, the article really focuses on what's happening in China right now.
Yeah, like they start by talking about Baidu.
Mhm.
They're obviously a big player over there.
Right, and they've just released these new AI models, Ernie 4.5 and Ernie X1.
So are these like big improvements or just minor upgrades?
Oh no, these are serious contenders. The article says they're performing like right up there with some of the best Western models, even like GPT 4.5.
Wow, it's a big deal. So like what's the catch then?
Well, the catch is there is no catch, really. It's the price, Ernie 4.5, is only going for like 55 cents per million tokens.
Wait, 55 cents, like less than a dollar?
Yeah, you got it. And to put that in perspective, GPT 4.5 costs something like $75 per million tokens.
So that's like what, 1% of the price?
It's insane, right? It totally changes the game for companies that are trying to build AI products. Startups can actually afford to use this stuff now.
And then they've got this other model too, right?
Yeah, Ernie X1, that's for the really heavy lifting, like complex reasoning tasks. And even that's cheaper than what DeepSeek was offering with their R1 model.
So this isn't just a friendly competition anymore. This is like all-out war.
That's what the article is calling it, a full-blown AI price war, and it's shaking things up big time.
Because it means that the cost of using AI is dropping dramatically.
Exactly. And the crazy thing is it's happening much faster than anyone expected.
It's like that quote from Sam Altman, intelligence too cheap to meter. Like, it's starting to feel real.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing it everywhere. OpenAI themselves, they came out with GPT 4.0 Mini to make things more affordable.
And haven't those big cloud companies gotten in on this too?
Absolutely. Amazon's got their Nova Foundation models. Google's got Gemini Flash. Everyone's trying to be the cheapest option.
So price is becoming like the main battleground now.
It seems that way alongside, performance and all that.
Okay, so the article brings up this idea of a Sputnik moment triggered by DeepSeek. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, so, back in the day when the Soviets launched Sputnik, it was like a huge shock to the US. It showed them that the Soviets were further ahead than they thought.
Like they were caught off guard.
Totally. And in the AI world, DeepSeek kind of did the same thing. They announced they trained their model for under $6 million.
So it wasn't just that it was cheap, it was that a Chinese company did it.
Exactly. It made people realize that China was a serious player in AI and they could do it for a lot less money.
So now everyone's kind of looking at China differently.
Yeah, the article calls it a second DeepSeek moment. Like whenever something big comes out of China, everyone's paying attention.
Okay, so with all these price cuts happening, what's been the reaction from like the stock market?
Well, there's definitely some anxiety out there, especially for companies like NVIDIA, the ones that provide all the computing power for AI.
Because if the price of AI is going down, the price of the hardware might have to go down too.
Exactly, and that could mean lower profits for those companies. Some people are even using this analogy of a multi-car pileup to describe what might happen.
Ouch, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, it's a bit chaotic out there, but it's important to remember that there are other things going on in the world too. Like the global economy is a bit shaky right now.
So it's not just about AI, it's a bunch of factors.
Exactly. It's a complex situation. But let's talk about how this price war might affect businesses, especially startups.
Yeah, because on the one hand, cheap AI sounds great for them.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge opportunity. They can finally afford to experiment with AI and build cool new products without breaking the bank.
So it levels the playing field a bit.
Right. But the downside is that it might be harder for them to charge high prices for their AI products.
Because if the underlying AI is so cheap,
Mm-hmm.
why would people pay a premium for their stuff?
Right. Like imagine you're building an AI assistant and the cost of processing language is practically zero. You can't charge what a human assistant would cost.
So this whole sauce pricing model might have to change.
The article suggests that, yeah, we might see a shift towards pricing based on actual compute costs rather than like the value of human labor.
Wow. That would be a huge change. Okay, so let's get into something a little more serious here. The geopolitical implications.
Right, so some people are saying that China's aggressive pricing could be a form of economic warfare.
Like they're deliberately trying to undercut American companies.
Possibly. I mean, if they can make it unsustainable for U.S. companies to compete, that gives them a big advantage.
And we've already seen some pretty strong reactions to this, right?
Oh yeah, like OpenAI reportedly recommended banning Chinese AI models like DeepSeek in the U.S.
That's pretty serious stuff. So what are some ways that the U.S. could respond to this?
Well, the article mentions a few ideas like, what if Meta just released a free high-performance AI model?
Wow, free. That's a bold move.
The thinking is that it would shift the focus away from price and towards other things like data quality and applications.
So instead of competing on price, it becomes about who has the best data and who can use AI in the most innovative ways.
Exactly. It's about changing the rules of the game, so to speak.
So this whole AI landscape is changing really quickly, and it's hard to predict what's going to happen.
Absolutely. The business side of AI is evolving just as fast as the technology itself, and it's raising some big questions.
Like who will actually have access to the most powerful AI in the future? Will it be everyone or just a select few?
And which companies are going to survive this price war? You know, there will be winners and losers.
And maybe the biggest question is, how will this affect innovation? Will cheaper AI lead to more breakthroughs, or will it stifle investment in research?
Those are all really important questions, and the answers aren't clear yet, but what is clear is that this AI price war is going to have a big impact on everyone.
Whether you're just a regular person using AI products or you're an entrepreneur trying to build something new,
Hmm.
this is going to affect you.
So just to sum up, we're seeing a huge drop in the price of AI driven by competition from China and potentially some strategic pricing decisions.
And this AI price war is a really big deal. It's not just about tech companies. It's about how AI is going to be used in the future and who's going to control it.
The main takeaway for you is that AI is becoming more accessible and affordable, which means it has the potential to change a lot of things in our lives.
So it makes you wonder, like, with AI getting so cheap, what kind of amazing things could we build that we couldn't even dream of before?
It's a pretty exciting time to be alive despite all the uncertainty.
Totally unpredictable, but full of possibilities.
And that's what makes it so fascinating. The story of AI is still being written, and this price war is just one chapter.
A chapter with some pretty major plot twists.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens next.
Exactly. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the AI price war. Until next time.
Thanks for having me.
See ya. Bye.